Welcome back again here to the CFGI. Moving towards the later half of our day, we've got 4 matches left here, so don't go away. We still have plenty left to see, and this will be a surprisingly. If you had asked me at the beginning of the day if SV versus OPK would have been interesting, I might have tried to play it up, but it would be hard. But I mean, especially after we see TNC beats Penta, and then OPK beats TNC, which obviously you can't, maps, and there's a lot that goes into that. But still, you're looking at a team that I would have, regardless of map, said maybe 5, maybe 10-5 at their best, into what has the possibility now of an upset, rather than just like, can you look respectable?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Or maybe I'm giving SV too much credit.
Well, I just want to see a good game. That's all I want to see. Obviously, it's not going to be interesting for anybody watching either, but it's not going to be interesting for me if SV just rolls over everybody. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think teams will give them, some team somewhere during this tournament is going to give, besides CGF, is going to give them a run for their money at least once.
Yeah,
and
I think
this would be interesting to see this team give it to them.
I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to seeing Makta.
The new Makta, the new strategy Makta,
right?
Yeah.
Where they've kind of looked like a reborn team, although with some of the same issues. Where, like, I don't know if they've fully reeled in Revenge to play the full team style yet. So that could still be. But I digress. Let's talk about the matter at hand, right? OPK versus SV. Just prospecting at bans. I'm going to assume that SV is going to ban Mexico again, because apparently
it's just been the theme.
That's the strat.
Every single ban that the Chinese teams have had has been Mexico.
Right, and I think it's just about
Brazilian team anyways. Might as well ban it.
That's it, right? Even more reason to ban Mexico. But I think for me, for SV, it's about just eliminating the craziness that Mexico can be.
Yeah.
Right.
The randomness again.
Right.
Just like Penta learned. Yeah.
I mean, was it? I don't know if it was that random.
I don't know if it was either.
TNC just outplayed Penta.
Yeah, and I mean, it might add into the randomness the way that TNC played it, because you don't really see teams play it that way. So it's kind of, in a way, like a random thing because it's not seen so much.
Oh, especially on the attack, right? Yeah. Where they were creeping.
The way they used their sniper was different from Mexico. Yeah, from Mexico. Maybe not other maps, but Mexico,
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I didn't see someone smoke off A doors before trying to make a play onto A doors.
Or crossing mid. They didn't even smoke it for crossing mid because they had the plan for that. They wanted him to pick into there early while they were peeking still.
So we'll keep an eye on TNC moving forward, but the team that beat them, OPK, looking at them to come in here versus SV. So
I like their style too. I like OPK style.
They looked like a solid team, rather than, I think it's still out yet to see what TNC will actually look like. But OPK looked like they had a more solid strategy set up. As we see SV coming out here again, Anka, and 18 for me has looked. I mean, that four kill just
his
positional.
His positional game right now is like SV in general. But but that play right there just shows his intelligence in the game.
Yeah. I mean, they're a smart team, that's for sure.
And then as Imzen, the way he was playing with the sniper, just so aggressive, but not like aggressive. Not like where he was just running up. He was just peeking aggressively though.
But also his ability in that match to differ his styles. On attack, he was playing so aggressive and he was never punished for it, so he just kept at it. But on defense, he played super passive and he was never punished for it, so he just kept playing it. So, what did he do? I didn't see. There you go. He stole your move.
Yeah, he did. I did that earlier. He must have seen it.
Yeah, he's definitely watching the English cast, I would imagine.
100%. Do you have any insight as to what break is when they put that on there? What is break?
I think that's entry.
Yeah, he breaks into the point.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
So, and
because they had that on Chongar as well.
Right. Maybe it's just carry. Just hard carry.
It could be. He's going to break the top of the scoreboard.
There you go, right. And again,
our man, Rage
now,
J.
right, Rage J, my favorite name ever. Thanks, guy. No, I'm just playing. I'm getting used to it, Rage J. But I wanted to say was how much is, oh my gosh, his name is slipping me now. It's fine, we're about to see him here.
Brinks?
OPK. Yeah.
Brinks, yeah.
How much confidence does Brinks have going up against someone like N9? Because they're basically playing the same.
He is young, so he might not
role.
even give any thought into that. He might just be playing. Like, he's just having fun with playing, not caring.
Yeah.
That's
a good
That's
point.
a good possibility, but then there's another possibility, like, he knows he's going up against SV, and he's like, ooh, these guys are the kings, I'm kind of scared, I've never played a Chinese team before. It could be that as well.
Or he's amped for the opportunity to be that guy that takes down, that just completely shuts down N9.
Overall, just from, I've only seen him for one day.
Right.
But he seems like a really humble, just down to earth. He's not really full of himself. So he may be thinking those exact things, like just excited to play against him. Not really caring if he's, I'm not going to say care, but not really looking just to smash them. He just wants to play them. He wants to see how it is to play against China. He's excited for that opportunity,
Yeah, and while that might be the most exciting matchup to watch, I don't know if it's going to be the most influential. I think they can both, if they both do their job, it's going to come down to other positions, right?
True.
Which points at people like this man on your screen here, Rage J, who are going to have to step up. And okay, so if you think of it as a direct head-to-heads, right? And you make the assumption that Brinks is equal to N9, that he's able to neutralize N9. Well, then who neutralizes this man?
Yep, I don't know. We'll just have to see, because I don't know, I don't really know a lot about this whole team, so we can't even say who to compare him with,
Right.
It's just hard at this point.
Right, but I can't think of a single person that I was like, oh man, that guy also stood out on OPK.
That's definitely true.
And Black Widow and Port ban, interesting. And then we end up on Mexico.
That's a good ban from OPK though, banning out Black Widow.
Yeah.
And they didn't ban Mexico. Wow. What? Well, I guess they watched.
They already played on Port today. We're done with that one.
That may be part of it, where SV is just like, I want to play a different map. But another part of it could be that they saw them play on Port and they were like, wow, they're actually pretty decent on it. Let's see how they play on another map. But most likely, it's just that they wanted to play a different map.
I wish it weren't true. That's probably the
I can
case,
see them having that point of view.
But I have asked them before why they banned out X map, and they were like, we already played it today, or we didn't feel like playing it today. Not even like, oh, this team has a good port.
One other player that did kind of stand out on OPK was Supremo. He was also doing pretty well. He had one bright half, and he finished it out on that 5v2.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He did finish that out, and I don't remember who the other player was in there with him.
They're op.
So Acumen.
Yeah, Acumen.
But overall, they're op. I want to see maybe if he lights it up against the Chinese team. I haven't really seen too much from him in the past game.
Not the best map to do it on, but
that is true. But they're going to be pulling it out because it's LAN. There's not a lot of peak advantage on this map, and even though it's not made for ops, it's still useful on LAN on this map.
Well, regardless, there's plenty of there's still places to play it, right? You can use it down mid through that. Look, that's pretty much the only long sight line is through mid. Although it can be so dangerous to peek from there, but like you said, we saw TNC using the op to success here, so
you can't reliably use it anywhere else on the map, but you can still go other places. So you can peek near triple all the way to prep, like you just peek out on that little ramp right there and just peek prep with the op. You can do that, but if it's on smoke, 9 times out of 10, it's smoke. So you can't really do that too often. Another thing you can do is push up alley and peek the little crack in alley.
Oh, that's a great
position.
That tiny crack between the rocks.
On GR side, you can use it pretty effectively, and you can also, once you're done watching that quad peek, you can fall back to peek. But other than that, not a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, well, I guess we won't have to wait much longer to find out. It looks like we are going to get into game here between SV and OPK. Can OPK do the unthinkable and upset SV here in the group? They'll take the blacklist and we'll have to find out. As we do get into it, as I said, onto blacklist here is SV. Wait, did I say that? I said it back.
Yeah, you did.
I said it back. Well, I had the chance to immediately correct myself as Emzen gets more than half of his life traded for one grenade.
Damage by that grenade.
55.
That's
55
unfortunate.
damage.
That is literally the max it can do. He's still going to boldly peek that bridge, though, because Emzen, he's confident.
That was his bullet, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
That was danger close to... So this is that execute that I was talking about, right? If they just run it every time, and sometimes it's just a complete stomp. However, it looks like...
It is a complete stomp.
Exactly, right?
But was that a 3K? Oh, yeah, that was a 3K. So we had a double kill
2K,
from...
3K.
Who was it? Well, we had a triple kill from Supremo. And then I guess a double kill from Brinks, was it? A beautiful A-hold.
I think so.
I mean, the Brazilians on Mexico is kind of it's been a thing for years, and it looks like it's still holding true.
Are they going to do the salty run back, do you think?
They can't hold it like that again. Let's go in.
The salty run back,
it's good to note that the two players who came up strong last map are the ones starting off strong this map, right? And 9 comes in and just smacks both of those players right back.
Almost as if on cue, N9 and 18 start turning it on. Although Rage J going to take a double kill for his own self, but N9 going to pick up 3 for the round. Literally,
as I was saying it.
A 3.
How?
Only 4 people have kills on the map currently. Oh no, well Rage J has 2. Rage J has 2. But
that's still
the kills that mattered, right?
Yeah.
The kills that mattered. Round 1 was
look at this aggressiveness from 18. They just don't care. It's not that they don't. I don't know if you can say they don't respect their opponent in a way, but it's like they don't. They just know their skill is greater, so they're just gonna peek. 18 by himself just runs out mid, and he doesn't even push, man. He just peeks it. Just savage. Straight savage.
That being said, a nice spread here as they continue to attack different parts of the map.
Alley, mid, and now water.
Just really putting the heat onto this young, inexperienced side here in OPK. Oh, that's going to be free backstab there onto N9. And Trey's starting to fall into OPK's favor for this round. Only double Q left alive. He's got nothing to lose by spraying through the doors, but he will go down.
You know, OPK is really doing a good job of keeping their composure. You know, as I said earlier in the cast, early in the rounds on LAN, early in the games, you want to just take it to them, aggressively pushing. Exactly what SV is doing. They're just aggressively pushing, no holds barred, just going in. But OPK, they're keeping their composure. They're still getting rounds 2-2.
Yeah, for sure. As the way that those first few rounds went, SV was trying to hard tilt OPK.
For sure.
And if the first round had maybe gone the way the second round did, who knows? But I think they earned themselves a little bank of confidence with that first round. And it served them well in the fourth round, and it's continuing to serve them here in the fifth.
Outpicked Emzen on a one-on-one battle right there. Actually, that was a 2-on-1 by SV.
18's going to get traded out there, but in the end, the man advantage going to go there. A 3-2 here for SV. We'll see if they make the smart play and rotate over to this B site. And almost as if on cue, except for dropping the bomb there, it will end up going in SV's direction there as N9 picks up the last one. 18 and N9, both with 5 to their name already.
Beasts. They have the numbers in their name, I told you.
Yeah, you did in fact say that. What about Anka though? He's got 5 and he's got 0 numbers in his name.
Come on.
And Akumi's got a number. So, Brinks us. There you go. You got that one.
But it only counts whenever it counts. Come on.
Oh, that's right.
Just these crazy pushes from SV. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're just testing to see if OPK really has what it takes to stop them from just pushing. They're not even really running necessarily any strategy right now to a point. They're just rushing. They're just straight peeking.
I mean, nobody even was there to follow up on Emzen's play.
Exactly. And maybe it's what you said the first round. Maybe they're going to do a salty push. Maybe this is their salty push.
The salty run back?
They got absolutely annihilated the first round. No kills in their name at all. And then now they're just solo peeking over and over and over. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're just trying to prove their dominance just as individual players or something.
Who knows? But it's certainly given OPK a foothold in this game. And still tight. All that being said, with maybe not the cleanest play here from SV, they still hold the lead here on the T side. And N9 looking to take over Emzen's position here, see if he can't do a little bit better. Although this time it does look like the team is coming with you, as we do see the Tiny Cricks.
Another push on the A side here.
He's going to run out of bullets in that clip.
Oh, what a beautiful play from Supremo, just playing the angles to perfection. But then he does get clapped up by Double Q. Double Q coming in, looking for more. He knows there's one triple. He has to have heard him by now.
He's got to get one through the boxes, right?
He's going to get one quick. They're all peeking together, though. Yeah. Beautiful teamwork from OPK, just playing the angles perfectly. They know where he is. They know what to do. They had the guy triple hide until the necessary moment. Then he popped up, and it was all over.
Yeah, a good round from them. And that's going to tie things up here. 3-3 after the first 6 rounds. Looking to go into our 7th. Emzen flashed out there, but again, he's going to come back to these boxes with the AK in hand instead, though. Akemi going to be the only man holding an op for this round, as the smoke comes out on pretty much all over mid here, but onto the A doors was the one that Emzen threw. As Anka going to poke around with the rest of the team here into tunnels. And this certainly didn't go well for them last time, but...
Second time's the charm, I've heard.
Yeah, I mean...
But if second time's not, third time's the charm. I've also heard that as well.
Yeah, that's a huge immediate kill there, though.
Oh, still not going in their favor, though. 3v1.
World. Ryu's out. That was a bonkers 3K there for you.
Beautiful triple kill from him. He's really holding it down for his team.
And Akemi going to finish it off there on the Emzen, who was the...
And the last time they pushed water, Ryuza was also a rock there. I think he got a double kill last time.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly not bending at all here as OPK under this SV pressure, but I'd like to see SV maybe slow it down a little bit here.
Try something else, yeah. But the key to note, or the thing to note about the reason why OPK is winning those rounds when the water push happens is because the rotations are so fast. They have no fear. They just come running out of that door already shooting, aiming at water, and they just hold it just like that. That's exactly what they do. But another key to note is Emzen, 0-5 right now, making no impact. And it was odd to note at the beginning where he was peeking by himself, just trying to take one-on-ones everywhere, maybe like no respect for the enemy team or something. And OPK is trying to smash some respect in his face. And they're... Never mind. He's still peeking solo on
But
it by
he
himself.
did not deserve that one.
He did not. He should have died.
Most certainly did not deserve that one.
Brinks definitely had the jump on him, but maybe Brinks, I don't know. Maybe he didn't really see him. He was just spraying the water. It didn't look like he was peeking him at first. I'm not sure.
It was
odd scenario.
It was odd,
Yeah.
but Emzen did not deserve that kill. Did you see the hitbox as well? He hit him like on the edge of the hand.
Yeah.
And, well, that'll do it. That's center mass, baby.
Well, Emzen, he's trying to come up from this 0-5, and you know him. He's the legend. He can definitely do it easily. He could end this half 10-5.
It would not surprise me. That being said, however, OPK has the lead here now, looking to try and guarantee said lead as RageJ evens out the kill count here. Ooh,
Akemi. Haven't really been seeing his name too much this half, and he does see his name again, but on the opposite side. Let's see if N9 can win this 1v1 here with, is that RageJ?
Oh my goodness.
Takes out RageJ yet again. RageJ was low on HP though, so a little unfair. And N9, yet again.
My goodness. Somebody stop him.
1v1 battle.
Did you see? He read the trajectory of the bullet that came across and killed his teammate, and then one-tapped the guy in the head using that trajectory.
N9, man, what a beast this guy is. Fraggy machine.
He's inhuman. That's inhuman, N9.
That round was 100% in OPK favor.
Oh, yes.
But N9 just came up.
If there were no N9, you are correct, sir. But there's a guy on this team called N9. And that being said, though, Emzen, after picking up one, is going to get traded out in the delay. And N9 just going to... I don't think he saw those bullets in.
Oh, he was definitely spotted out and taken out. This is a really good defense here from OPK. Yeah, it's a pretty tight matchup, but as you said earlier, maybe in China, the T side has been coming out stronger. So if this is true, then having such a tight half is really good for OPK. But
Yeah, I think it has been.
Anka with the 1v2, they were at such close angles as well. It's honestly a surprise that it didn't come out. Maybe the guy in shadow was reloading or something. But it looks like a little bit of a mistake there on OPK's part to not peek at once.
Yeah, I mean, but again, this kind of brings me back to the point I made earlier in the cast, where I was saying that one of the hardest things about SV is that even when you're in those advantage situations, you can't let up. I mean, maybe that's just that mental lapse, right, of like being forced to play at such a high level, you know, with that stress of SV is coming at you for so many rounds.
Cool, calm, and collected always. So even if they're in a 1v5, that man has the utmost confidence in himself. Whereas you know you're up against a 9, so you don't want to take that 1v1 battle.
Right.
Just kind of a little scared, yeah. So that's exactly right. They're always cool, calm, and collected.
Because I mean, when do those 2 clutches come out? Last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Once they're starting to finally feel that heat and also feel that
pressure of like we're kind of ahead. We're
right.
Kind of
We've got a shot. We're in it. We're in it, baby. Which is not to say that they're not still in it. That was to go up 1.5 points, right?
If they'd won those 2, they would have been 6-3.
Exactly.
They had the numbers advantage. They just couldn't clean it up. And Ryuzo with a crazy entry frag in the mid-air and everything, but he gets taken back out by. Is that N9?
Yes,
N9.
it was. Yes. Who has both kills here in the first round for his team. Interesting spread here for having only 3 alive for OPK, although it is the 3-on-3 situation. So SV going to be hard pressed to cover all their bases.
You know, with this setup here, okay, he is falling back from water, so I'm guessing they're going to try something toward A.
Emzin, yeah, I was about to say
he's taken out so quick. Imzin with a beautiful positioning there, just takes out both.
That's so rough. The only way he could have been seen was if he jumped. And he jumped into Emzin's line of sight. Well, it did seem like Emzin knew exactly where they were, though. Off of I don't know if it was off a read or if he heard them or something, but he was certainly waiting for that head to pop into his sight, and he wasted no time in taking it down. And that's gonna, you know, for everything we've said, all of a sudden SV is 2 points in the lead now.
Yeah.
And
on the GR side,
you just have to feel that OPK has to grab this round, or it might just start to slip away from them. Just by default, almost.
You know, along with what you mentioned, you were saying that like strategies lead it toward being T side. So if OPK doesn't have those strategies that are really strong on the T side, then it's back to a GR sided map. So right now they're up against a wall. They're down 6-4, and they seem to be playing the classic way, you know, just taking mid and stuff like that, which, you know, is a really good strategy. But those, I've never seen what SV did last round, where they did get mowed down. They got utterly demolished, but that was it. I'd never seen that strategy before, where they flash middle and then flash A and try to take like 5 from alley.
Right.
Different.
It is a well. I've seen that set piece run so many times out of China, just because you can cover all your bases. You can flash everyone if you do it perfectly, and it has to. Basically, you run it at least once, so that it has to be respected.
But the difference is, in China, there is that flash where it can blind anybody no matter where it lands.
That's a very
so
good
that
point.
is probably why it's not ran so much in the normal CF. But OPK coming out on top with those trades.
Yeah, and like we said, or at least like I said, I don't know if you ever agreed with me, but I think that round was all important for OPK. They can't let SV get out of sight.
Continue to back rounds back to back. Now it's okay for them to trade rounds with SV. That's more okay than just letting SV just tag rounds together. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, I think if you could pull it to overtime, you even have a good shot as OPK, just because overtime is overtime, and all kinds of things can happen in overtime. When the round counts are that low, one never knows. But
any surprising strat can just win you the whole match.
Right.
Interesting flash.
Ooh, It was so close
There's
to
a
going
reason
in.
why people
Brinks'
don't generally throw that flash, is because they can see it coming. You want to throw it over the building.
Yeah, that's a good point. And 18's going to take that down. And now into the man advantage here. Both Akami and Brinks down. But you have to say it's been kind of Ryuzao and Supremo in this match more than it's been
sure.
Brinks.
Brinks has definitely been solid fragging, but the ones who really have been holding it down on the winning rounds have been Supremo and Ryuzu, and a little bit of Brinks.
Yeah. I mean,
so they definitely still have a chance in this with those two left alive. And the health advantage is pretty minimal. I mean, there's no real advantage on either side. So this could turn out for a round for OPK or SV.
Ooh, that was strange.
Okay.
But it ends up going Ryuzo getting a kill onto N9.
Ryuzo, or that was Supremo that came up strong right there, but WQ, he ends it. He just, 2 headshots. Quick as that. It was 3v1, now it's a 1v3, or 1v1.
I mean, there is no unskilled mechanical player on this SV lineup.
And he already knows where he is.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, this is a bad situation for HJ.
Oh,
WQ
no.
made the quick rotation around the map, which always catches players off guard. If you're in a 1v1 and you want to take a high risk, high reward movement, just rotating completely around the map as quick as you can. Pistol out, axe out, something out, like that.
Yeah, I mean, he called a hard read on what he was going to do, and he was exactly correct, and thus completed the 1v3, saying anything you can do at 9, I can also do. As both he and WQ now have a 1v3 clutch on the day.
And that just goes to show that OPK, they are getting the numbers early. They're actually able to compete, early on, but they're just those clutch scenarios, they're not coming out on top. And 18 actually just coming out with 2 heavy headshots in the mid.
Akami is
Looking
able
for
to
more,
trade
though.
it back, and Ryuzao going to pick up another one there, going to make it back into the 3-on-3 here. And Bomb, however, is down there right in front of SV. That being said, Ryuzao going to put the man advantage back up. Emzin also not sure where they're going to come from. He's checking multiple angles there. And
WQ back at his spot.
Right. This is the exact spot I did the 1v3 last time. You guys going to let me do it again? Because I'm totally down. They are aware this time. They're not to be fool me once, shame on you.
But
Emzin
with the perfect move.
Holy Moses.
Oh, what a beautiful move by Emzin yet again. And WQ just cleans it up with a nice clean one tap right there. Wow. That round came down to Emzin just being intelligent. Intelligent play by him. He knew they were distracted by WQ, and they were probably just going to rush straight into A after seeing WQ there, and he rushed straight back through the smoke.
Yeah,
other side.
And it's just goes to show you why SV is such a scary team. Because you can do everything you can put yourself in man advantage situations, but their ability to play their way out of behind situations, either just through raw mechanics like N9,
Headshots,
or like the round we saw from WQ, or smart, intelligent, just outthinking your opponent like we saw from Emzin there. They
Unexpected
have
things.
so many weapons that it's just a scary, scary team. Oh my goodness.
N9, come on, man. He's definitely going to get more right here. He's hot-handed. He's always hot-handed. Even if he's 1-9, he's always going to be hot-handed. And look at him, just getting another easy headshot right there. Beautiful shots from him, but can OPK
Supremo did get one onto Emzin before dying, though, so that will put us into the 3-on-4. Ooh, that clever there. They tried to rush that flash, only couldn't quite get the trade there before. Couldn't quite. Blah, blah, blah. Well, never mind. Forget about what I was trying to say.
They couldn't quite get the trade in time, yeah.
Because SV is on to match point here.
And it looks, if you just looked at the round score, you would think OPK is just nothing compared to SP. But this entire time, like we've been saying over and over, they're actually getting close rounds. They just cannot seem to finish it out. And so even if they lose this 10-5 right now, they can look back on this and be not satisfied necessarily, but kind of okay with this is at least a decent way to lose where they had a chance.
Well, and from our perspective, just looking at the group as it in its entirety, like how much influence that's going to have moving forward, as the Brinks is going to pick one up here onto Emzin, and looking for more here is Supremo, but WQ's pinned him down pretty well. trying to spray through that teeny tiny crack, but doesn't quite find it onto Supremo. He is able to hold that position though, and we will see as the bomb, they've pretty much given up any semblance of a tunnel play, and they've started to inhabit mid here. As Trade's going back and forth here, not going to really favor anyone well, I guess it will favor OPK, especially with all of that damage, but Trade will come through and dump, but Trade's back and forth, man,
It's kind of hard to keep up there, huh?
Right, it is raw.
But 18, this is the spot that you can notice SV just consistently frag from that quad angle. And now it's Brinks left in a 1v2. If there's any player on the Brazilian side that can do this, it's definitely Brinks. Oh, does he know that he's bridged? No, WQ has the advantage there of his teammate dying right before that. As funny as that sounds, he had the advantage because of that. And he just cleans it up. SV, 10-5.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting? We said, you yourself said about WQ not necessarily having his best day.
Yeah.
But in that match,
Hey, all right.
the
past is the past. Let's just
right.
on that.
I mean, what can you say?
His positional play was fantastic that night.
But even just beyond the positional play, he would immediately hit the shed shots.
He wasn't
the
missing.
headshots afterwards.
Yeah. He definitely wasn't missing that match.
It's both.
Maybe he just didn't warm up the first match. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. It's a great possibility. He just didn't warm up, so he wasn't hitting his shots.
Played his way in. So everybody, you can always play your way in. So.
Well, overall, OPK, they definitely had a hand in that match. They could, there was a huge possibility they could have taken that from SV. There was no doubt in my mind. They had a huge chance. It was just those late round scenarios. They just could not seem to come out on top.
You have to say, after seeing that, just to remind you guys who is in OPK's group, right? SV, who they just played. Boss, who looked nowhere near as good against SV.
That is 100% true.
TNC, who they've already beaten.
Uh-huh.
And Penta, who got beat by TNC. Is OPK now slotted into our second best?
I mean, after today, just looking from today, if you're not thinking about the past or anything like that, you would definitely think OPK is number 2 in the group, skill-wise. And, man, that was a close match against SV. I wouldn't say I didn't expect it to be close, but I was hoping for it to be close and kind of expecting it to be at the same scoreline it was, but not as close of rounds, if that makes sense. It was closer in during the rounds that they lost than I expected.
That, to me, we will see Boss versus TNC later.
Today? Okay, so that would be the cue. That would be the cue for who's going to be second right there is that matchup.
If TNC is able to take down Boss, then...
I mean, they haven't already clinched it, but they're one win away.
They're basically one win away, but there's also still that potential of the round robin happening, right?
The head-to-head matchups.
This is all just prediction off of the way they looked against SV. At the end of the day, they still lost to SV, right? So we can try and predict some, but at the end of the day, I don't know.
Well, I'm looking forward to OPK in the future of this tournament, that's for sure.
Is Penta going to look as bad again in their next matches? I don't think so.
We'll see. I don't think so either.
Anyway, Group B is shaping up to be really interesting, even if it is just OPK slotting into that second spot. But we're going to follow up here with Cherry Stars versus Pacific Magda, which should be a fun one in and of itself.